Welcome back to my channel. I am a Jen who reads, and since this is February, the month of love, I want to talk to you all about my favorite book romances. So I have a pile of books here next to me, and all of these books include all of my favorite book romances. Some of them are rom-coms and are specifically romances. Some of them are other genres that just include romance. My first one that I want to talk to you about is Outlander. A lot of people, I feel, are intimidated by this series because of the sheer size of it. Don't let that be a factor. Outlander is such a quick read, and I love all of the romances in this book. The main romance is Jamie and Claire Fraser. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but basically there's some time travel involved and a marriage of necessity that turns into a marriage of very, very deep love that spans literal centuries. There are a lot of other side romances too that are just very sweet and very genuine. And I think that Diana Gabaldon just does an amazing job at writing a relationship. She tells you the good, the bad, and the ugly that's involved with being in a romantic relationship. The second book I have here is a fantasy, Serpents and the Wings of Night. Serpents and the Wings of Night has vampires, and this specific book in the series is very Hunger Games-esque. And the romance is between Oriah and Rain, a human and a vampire in a Hunger Games setting. Need I say more? One of my favorite reads from last year was Divine Rivals, and the relationship between Iris and Roman Kit. Is that his name? Yeah. Roman Kit. I was right. The relationship between Iris and Roman is so genuine, and it starts out so innocent. Right off the bat, their relationship has to go through so many ups and downs, some really, really scary situations, but they manage to stay true to each other, and it's just very, very sweet. I can't wait to read the sequel, Ruthless Vows. All right, so next I have my pile of rom-coms. So I don't love to read romance. It is really hard to stick me with a romance book and have me just want to keep reading it. So the books that I have in this stack really do a good job at keeping my attention and just making me feel all the feels. The first one is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I would actually recommend any romance bit written by Ali Hazelwood, but this was the first book that I ever read by her, and it has a special place in my heart. This actually started out as a Kylo Ren fanfic, but don't let that turn you off. I read this and I really saw no parallels between Star Wars and The Love Hypothesis. So I am a big fandom nerd, and I love to play role-playing games, and I love Comic-Cons. And so I think that's why I really liked Spoiler Alert. Spoiler Alert was full of body positivity. So basically this actor right here is a man who acts in a Game of Thrones type of TV show. And he ends up in a relationship with a woman who writes fanfic about his TV show. So this is just a really cute, nerdy love story. Ashley Poston, she has written 2 books that I really, really like, but The Dead Romantics is the only one that I have a physical copy of. The humor in this book is so dry and so witty, and I love it so much. And this is basically about a woman who can see ghosts, and she ends up seeing a ghost of somebody that she knew in real life and didn't know that this person had passed away, and they end up sort of having a little bit of a relationship. So I just love the unique plot twists in this book, and the writing was hilarious. I just laughed out loud so many times. The last 2 I have are by the same author. This is my favorite rom-com author, and that's Tessa Bailey. I love the TV show Schitt's Creek, and Alexis from Schitt's Creek was the inspiration for the main character in It Happened One Summer. So this is a grumpy sunshine, very rugged fisherman and very rich hoity-toity socialite Piper, and their relationship. And I think that this is the book that like got me started on reading rom-coms more seriously. And I absolutely love every book I've read by Tessa Bailey. But this one is a special place in my heart because it was the first one. And then my other favorite one by Tessa Bailey is The Slowest of Slow Burns. This is called My Killer Vacation, and it's a very thin book. It's not very long at all, but the tension in this book between the two main characters is just absolutely ridiculous, and I loved reading this book. This is a book that you need to read in the summertime because it is about a summer vacation. So, you know, all of the feels, all of the aesthetics of being on the beach when you read this book. I highly recommend Tessa Bailey. I am always on the lookout for books that are similar to the ones that I just showed you. So if you have any recommendations, I would love to hear about them. Until next time, happy reading.